Coming to paperback and e-readers in 2021, John Haynes, Taking Care of Business. The man who rules the world breaks on a brand new partner to help him take care of business in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Taking Care of Business in 2021 at online booksellers everywhere.
A couple of my viewers have sent me a link to an extremely disturbing video of a single mother who was in a bathroom with 4 young boys. And as this single mother is in this bathroom with 4 young boys, she is taping herself twerking in the bathroom, and she's taping herself in this bathroom with these young boys who are in the bathroom with her as she twerks and shakes her backside. And then as the video is going on and these boys are egging her on to twerk, this woman, who is a grown woman, then pulls down her pants, shows off her pink thong, and then starts to twerk even more. And then the boys then start smacking on her backside and proceeding to grab on her backside. Now, I will never put that video up because it's just absolutely disgusting, but as I took a critical examination of that disturbing video, I saw the complete collapse of the black family. Now, the old African proverb states, "A race can rise no higher than the moral position of its women, and as the woman goes, so goes the race." And with females like this leading black households, the black family is destined to fall straight into the sewer, and I dare say fall straight into hell, because there is no place for the black family to go but the bottom when your woman is only focused on getting attention based on her sexuality and is willing to break boundaries to get that attention. Because when I looked at that whole video, it showed me a woman who was so obsessed with her own attention and using her sexuality to get attention, she didn't think about the boundaries she was breaking. Because any responsible mother, she wants to present a positive image of herself so that her children can see her as a role model. But this woman did not want to be seen as a role model, and she didn't set a boundary for herself with her sons, because no grown woman wants to have her children in the bathroom with her while she is doing most of anything, because she wants to set a boundary between herself and her son to understand that there are places that a boy doesn't go, like the bathroom, when his mother is in the bathroom, because that is just completely inappropriate. I mean, I remember when I was a boy, the rule was if my mother was in the bathroom, I didn't want to go in that bathroom because that was just inappropriate behavior altogether. But these boys, they're not learning appropriate boundaries about territory between men and women. And because they're not learning these appropriate boundaries, they're learning that they can just go anywhere where any woman is because their mother is sending them this model as behavior. Even worse is, in this video, we see these boys being encouraged to see their mother acting in this inappropriate and sexualized way. And what is even more troubling is we've got one of these boys out here just egging this stuff on. And this boy, as I see it, is quite disturbing because he's smacking his own mother on the backside, and he's grabbing on his own mother's backside and not seeing how this is just some disturbing behavior altogether. And one of the things that really troubled me is that you got the boy who's egging it on the most. He's the one who looks to be the most effeminized because he's got a feminine top knot hairstyle, and he's been effeminized, and he's been made, as I see it, completely dysfunctional because of the way his mother has taught him. And even more disturbing is, as his mother pulls her own pants down, he's not freaked out by it. He's just actually sitting there egging this on and smacking his own mother on the backside, and he's thinking that this is perfectly fine, and it's just disturbing to see this go on, see these boys participating in this kind of behavior, and this behavior is egged on by their own mother, and make us to believe that this is perfectly fine. This is as I see it is practically child pornography and child sexual abuse as I see it. And most people, they look at this video, they should be thinking, hey, we need to call Child Protective Services on this woman because this woman is sexually abusing these young boys by taking them, into this bathroom, then setting up this camera, and then twerking, and then on top of it, pulling down her pants to show her backside in that pink thong to those boys. That is sexual abuse as I see it, because if a man did the exact same thing with a group of girls in a bathroom, we would have people talking about how we need to have this black man arrested, how we need to have this black man prosecuted, and how this black man is a pervert and a sexual deviant. But because this is a female, most people want to give her a pass, not understanding this female is participating in sexual deviancy by having these boys in the bathroom with her while she participates in this twerk dance and then pulls down her pants, revealing that pink thong, and then these boys are out here smacking her and grabbing on her in a sexualized fashion. This woman is sexually abusing these young boys, and what we see here is a complete collapse of the black family right in front of us. Because when you look at the bigger picture of this disturbing video, the bigger picture of this disturbing video is the complete collapse of the black family right in front of us. Because in that picture, we see two generations of black people who, as I see it, are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually lost. And those people are lost because 50 years ago, a generation of black women wanted to side with the white feminist movement. They wanted to get their economic security through the leftist welfare state, and they bought into ideologies like being strong and independent, not needing a man, and the idea that a child, a woman, could be the mother and the father to it. And these single mothers over 3 generations have created one dysfunctional generation after the next. And in this video, we see 2 lost generations due to 50 years of single motherhood. And instead of us having women with any sort of moral position as related to teaching any sort of culture to her sons, what we have in this picture is a woman who does not understand her role as a helpmeet to a man under God's natural order, nor do we have a woman who understands her role as the first teacher. Because this woman, what she's doing in this video is showing us she's not trying to help prepare her boys for manhood. What she's doing in this video is preparing her boys to become sexual deviants, because these boys in this video, they're learning that it's okay to sexually touch their own mother, and then they're going to learn that it's okay to touch any other woman because they have not been taught proper boundaries as related to social behavior. And that's all because they have been socialized in a dysfunctional fashion by a generation of women who think that sex and sexuality is power, and not understanding that a woman's greatest power is her moral position, because when a woman has a strong moral position, she can set a direction for her family, and a group of women with a strong moral position can set an entire direction for their entire community and their entire race. And when your women are out here thinking that the only power they have is between their legs, what happens is you have a group of women who are just about the lowest common denominator. And when your women are about the lowest common denominator and think their crotch is the ultimate power that they have, then what happens is your race is destined to fall, because when your women are focused only on their crotch and not focused on building what's between their ears and helping a man build a strong black community, then your race is destined to fall. And what I saw in that video was the fall of the black race, because here you have two generations, a mother's generation and the generation of those sons following in the same dysfunctional footsteps on that road to hell. And they've been put on that road to hell by their grandmothers and their great-grandmothers who followed white feminists, who told them that they were strong and independent, did not need a man, that it was their body and their choice, not understanding that you do need a man and you do need a father. Because when I looked at that picture, those boys did not have a father, and if they had a father, the first thing he's going to tell his son is, you don't go in the bathroom with your mother. And the fact that all four of you are in the bathroom with your mother, that is some sick and disturbing stuff right there. And any man is going to say, look, you're not supposed to go in the bathroom with your mom. That's not something a little boy does. Because when I was a little boy, I never wanted to go in the bathroom with my mother. That's just not something that's normal. That's something only a sick, depraved person would think to do. And that's somebody, again, who has not been taught boundaries by their mother and not taught boundaries by their grandmother. Because there are boundaries that children are usually taught at an early age. And this video showed me that, again, a complete collapse of the family unit and a complete collapse of boundaries as related to social behavior in the family unit. Because when there is no father in the home to teach his boys how to treat women, you get actions like this, where you have these four boys in that bathroom where they don't belong, one, and two, going out here smacking the backside of this grown woman and thinking that this is appropriate because there's no father to pull their chain and say, look, you don't go in the bathroom when your mama's in the bathroom. And the mother herself would know, look, I don't let my boys go in here when I'm in here, and I need to have somebody, watching these boys so that they can understand that there's a place for you and there's a place for me. So when I look at this video, it's disturbing to me, and even more disturbing that a woman would sit here and upload such type of content and think that this is entertaining. And it just, again, shows me what happens when you have 2 to 3 generations of women who don't have a father in their life, because women don't participate in these types of behaviors when there is a man in the home. Because a man in the home, what he's going to do is meet his daughter's emotional needs so that she won't have to go out here seeking attention from people online like this. Because this right here is just disturbing to see a grown woman with her children thinking that putting a picture of herself twerking, pulling down her pants, and then her children practically sexually assaulting her is entertainment. This is some of the most depraved things I have ever seen in my life. This type of sexual deviancy is just absolutely sick to see. And as I see it, this is child pornography as I see it. And again, ACS really needs to come in and take those children away from this mother, because this mother is sexually abusing these young children, and she's sexually depraving her children, because to have these 4 young boys in this bathroom, and then she's just putting on this camera to twerk and have these boys in the background, and then have these boys putting their hands on her. I mean, small boys who know nothing, who should know nothing about sex. I mean, small boys should be sitting there playing video games, playing with action figures, or just going out reading comic books. That's what boys that age should be doing. They should not be exposed to this type of debauchery and this type of deviancy at their young age. And it is absolutely disgusting to see this type of display, see it go viral, because this, again, just shows us a complete collapse of the family in the black community, and shows us how our black women have fallen, because our black women, and from this video, shows us they have no moral position, and they have, and the direction of our race is going straight to hell, because these women have not been taught by their mothers, they have not been taught by their grandmothers about black womanhood. No, they've learned white feminism, and because they have learned white feminism, they think that they are being so empowered by sexualizing themselves, not understanding that sexualizing yourself is not empowering yourself. What that's doing is exploiting you and allowing white supremacists to promote their stereotypes about black women, like the Jezebel stereotype, which is what we saw here on display in this video, not to mention the black brute, which is what we saw also with these boys. Because in this video, what we saw was this black woman breathing brand new life into the old racist stereotype that black women are sexually promiscuous, like the black Jezebel, and so sexually depraved that they will just even go out here and act in a sexualized fashion with their own children. And we also see these young boys presenting the black brute, two of them, and one of these boys being effeminized because this boy has his hair in a top knot. And again, a completely disturbing image and a completely disturbing display. And most people, what's sad is, just don't bat an eyelash about it, and they don't want to even look at how sick this whole display is, because this is not something that is a positive image of black womanhood. This is the worst image of black womanhood right here. And this image of black womanhood is so sad because it shows us why we needed a father in the home, and why we need black men to start taking more charge. Because when the man is in the home, he's not going to let his sons be acting like this. He's not going to have his son, one, with that effeminized hairstyle. He's going to get that hair cut, one. Two, his boy is not going to be in the bathroom with his mother, because that's just some sick and depraved stuff right there. And three, he's not going to even have his mother twerking in front of his children, because he understands that his woman is a reflection of him. And if his woman is out here twerking in front of his son, this woman has no respect for him, and he has no respect for his son, and has no respect for herself. And he's going to insist on a standard for his woman. But when your women are not given any sort of respect for a man, she thinks she can just do whatever she wants with no accountability, no responsibility. And as a result, this is what we have in this display. What happens is, when your woman thinks she's so-called empowered, she thinks she's doing whatever she wants, but what she doesn't see is she's participating in deviant, debaucherous behavior, and reinforcing many of the same ideas that white supremacists project about black women, and promote the idea that your black woman is nothing more than a depraved sexual deviant. And that's what the white supremacist wants to see. This is what he considers entertainment. But when I look at this picture, I see a complete collapse of the black family unit, and I see the entire black race headed on a fast track to hell. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to learn how boys become dysfunctional like this, you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format, Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Blast from the Past. Hell's aspiring angel takes on her demonic doppelganger in this action-packed, time-traveling E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Blast from the Past with a bonus E-Steam comic book, No Good Deed, in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.